Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. As the title and thumbnail says, today's video is going to be pretty much me driving up to Carmax and going through and getting an appraisal done on this 2021 Ram TRX. And I know the first thing everyone's gonna say is, oh, he's another YouTuber that's just gonna get the truck, get some videos out there and then get rid of it, but that's not the intent of this video. I have held true to my promise with the C8, and I told everybody that I didn't get that car to just get it and then flip it. I got it to own it, experience it, and share that ownership experience. This truly is in every way one of the best trucks that I've ever owned. I mean, it is fast, it is fun, it is rowdy, it's loud. It sounds absolutely amazing, and not just the exhaust, but the supercharger whine when you really get on it. It's just so much fun to listen to. And on top of that, you get this motor and this drivetrain in a Trackhawk or now in the Durango, and it's been in the Challengers and Chargers. But this is the only vehicle in Stellantis's lineup, and honestly, I think in the marketplace, that offers this kind of performance with the interior that the Ram trucks are known to come with. And so at the end of the day, the beauty and the fun of this product, the Ram TRX, just kind of supersedes any of the small nuances and issues that I've been having with the truck and the brand from the get-go over the last 8 months. But with that said, the marketplace is really hot right now, and I think I've been wanting to make this video for some time. Just to put it in context, Carmax is about 2 hours away from me, so I'm going to be driving about 90 miles. It's actually about an hour and a half. It is very important, I think, if you have one of these vehicles that are in high demand, to always be up to speed and kind of in the know of what the marketplace is like. And the TRX is one of those vehicles that right now is selling for $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 over MSRP. And if you're wondering what the monthly payments are, what the insurance is and all that stuff, and the specific build that this truck is, definitely check out the other video on the channel that kind of breaks that down. I think the margin for over MSRP for me on this truck is much smaller than, say, had I gotten a base truck. And to be very truthful with everybody, I do also still have that red truck that I spec'd out in almost 9 months ago now, eventually going to get built. Actually, since I canceled that order, Ram has picked it up and sequenced it for production. And the second I let it go and it becomes a dealer stock order, it just happens to be a weird coincidence maybe that now Ram decides to build that truck. And I probably won't trade this in for that one. I think that's just kind of trading tit for tat. It is what it is. I've moved on. I really like this truck. I've committed to this truck and I plan on doing modifications with this truck. But it still would be really, really cool to find out what Carmax is going to offer. A couple of YouTubers have already gotten their prices, and this is something that I've wanted to do with this truck pretty much since they announced it, just to kind of get a feel for what the marketplace is like. So let's jump into the truck. Let's get on the road. It's an hour and a half drive to Carmax, but I'm making it specifically for this video. So just the fuel cost alone is going to far exceed what I'm going to make for revenue off this one video. But hopefully you guys do enjoy this video, and if you do, make sure at the very end of it to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. It would go a long way to helping me grow this channel and platform. And so with that said, guys, let's hop in the truck and get out on the road. And now I could B-roll the drive up, but let's just talk a little bit about the Ram TRX and my impressions so far after having had it for about a month now. This truck is just absolutely insane, and I have to say it shouldn't exist because just the rush and the aggressiveness of the acceleration is something else. Slow up a little bit here. Oh man, that shouldn't be allowed. So a little bit of comparing just the ride quality, this truck rides really, really smoothly. But at a high level, I mean, the ride quality is just great, especially getting it on the highway. The Raptor that I had prior to this had leaf suspension in the rear, and the downside to that is it's a little bit harder of a ride quality. The ride's a little bit more harsher. It kind of takes bumps a little bit more rigidly. This just glides over everything, whether it's potholes, road work, drain covers. I mean, it's designed to Baja race off-road, but it has such great on-road mannerisms, which really make it an amazing daily driver. But in terms of tires, I mean, you can tell this truck wants to go so much faster, but the tires definitely are a big limitation, because when you have tires that are this big, you really can't go past, certain speeds. I really would love nothing more than them to have made an SRT 10 version of the Ram TRX, something that's maybe sits a little bit lower, doesn't have the off-road heavy components, so it's a little bit lighter and it's more of a drag strip race truck. That actually would be really, really cool. Because let's face it, like the Raptors, most people that own the TRXs are probably not going to be off-roading them as heavily as this truck is capable of. The one thing I will say is that the Raptor transmission being a 10-speed, I thought maybe I'd be stepping down a little bit, but I have to say this ZF 8-speed is way better than the 10-speed that was in the Raptor. It delivers the power very smoothly. It kind of is always in the right gear, and I think that was one of the problems with the Raptor. It always felt like it was in the wrong gear. It was trying to find the right gear. It was taking too long to get to the right gear. In this truck, I mean, with this much power, this transmission handles it like a champ. And the Raptor being a two-wheel drive, even on the highway in that truck, it may have had a lot less horsepower than this. But the Raptor was a twin-turbo V6, and it was much lighter, and it had a lot of torque. And so even at, like, say, 70 miles an hour, if you really got on it, the Raptor was a little bit squirrely because the front end's kind of just, you know, waddling a little bit or wandering. Whereas with this truck, it's just so well planted, and with the all-wheel drive system, the power is instantaneous to the ground. And I have to say, I think if you can make peace with the mileage that this truck gets, which for me, you know, I had a diesel truck that got like 10 miles to the gallon, and I was driving 170 miles a day to and from college back in the day when diesel was like pushing $5 a gallon. And if you can make peace with the mileage this truck gets, it is hands down the best daily driver truck that you can have. And I do really look forward to comparing this truck with the C8 Corvette, because I think those two vehicles are within a reasonable difference in price range and are truly the pinnacle of their marketplace, which is a budget supercar or a budget, or honestly the only super truck in the marketplace. And it will be interesting to see what Carmax evaluates this kind of fun and this kind of performance at. All right, so we're about 5 miles out from Carmax, as you guys can see, and I thought I'd just share a little bit about the truck in this drive so far. We've traveled about 100 miles or so, and we are pushing a solid 9.9 miles per gallon, which I have to say, I love it. I mean, I'm not going easy on the truck, especially, you know, off the red lights. I'm kind of getting into it a little bit. But 10 miles per gallon for the power that this truck puts out is not bad, honestly. And I could make a whole separate video about what the Ram gets for MPG, but you guys can get a good overview here. Over 100 miles, we're pushing basically 10 miles per gallon. That's reasonable. I believe the EPA is like 10 city, 14 highway, but I don't see myself getting that. At least not the way I drive. I can probably squeeze it out if I was driving 55, 60 miles an hour. Oh man, yeah, no, you're not getting miles per gallon driving like that. And just like that, we are here. It never ceases to amaze me how big Carmax's inventories and lots tend to be. And so basically I park here, I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna give them all my information, and then they're gonna give me something to go park over in the curbside parking space. Someone's gonna come out, do the appraisal, take that information, run back inside, and they're gonna draw up a quote. Since this vehicle is a 2021 and brand new, I don't expect them to give me a number right away. They'll probably email it to me, but for you guys, it's gonna be instantaneous. And I'm not gonna film the appraisal process. It's just somebody comes out with a form with a bunch of questionnaires and they run through and just take a look at a bunch of various things on the truck. And who knows, maybe they give me a really solid number and I end up cashing out on the truck and taking the red spec that we have still from the original order 9 months ago. But either way, I will see you guys on the other side of this appraisal. Sweet, so we kind of got the appraisal taken care of. It's pretty much what I expected. Because the car is so new, or the truck rather, is so new, they don't have a lot of data available right away, so they have to reach out and kind of get a little bit more data put together, and they'll email me the price afterwards. And again, I have one offer already on the table for 10 grand over sticker. Not that I plan on selling the truck unless it's like an offer that I feel comfortable with. With a $92,000 sticker, if I had to take a guess, I'm just gonna go out and take a wild whim here. Leave in the comment section down below what you guys think. I think they're gonna come in around 80. I don't think they're gonna do more than that. But as always, again, I love coming to Carmax because the people are super respectful. The people at Carmax are just always really friendly, super nice, super just approachable. And if you're ever trading in a vehicle or you're ever buying a vehicle, I can't stress enough that you should go to Carmax and at least get a number, because if you're working with another dealership, let's say, it gives you leverage to negotiate a better price. And so I'll just start heading back again, guys. We drove up all the way here simply so I can get you guys a number for what Carmax is going to offer on this truck. And every time I get into it, I just have such a hard time wanting to sell it. And the intent is not to sell it, like I said earlier in the video, but we're gonna go ahead and just get this number, kind of get a good feel for what the marketplace is, and I'll cut back in with you guys right when I get that email around what these numbers look like. And we're back. The sun is about to set. It is getting pretty late in the day. We're about 2 hours or so removed from being at Carmax. and I thought I'd film the outro and share the information with everybody before the sun sets in today's video. While we're here, let's take a moment to appreciate the beautiful backdrop behind the 2021 Ram TRX. And so yeah, I did get the offer from Carmax. It took about 2 hours for them to do the number crunching. And first off, a huge shout out and a huge thanks to Carmax for giving me the opportunity to give you guys this information and for taking the time out of their day to give us these numbers and this appraisal. I have to say, I was going to wait to open the email until I was on video, but Uconnect threw it up on the screen, the email, or the preview rather, and I did see the number, and I am blown away by how wrong I was at what this number was going to come in at. But whatever you guys put in the comment section, be ready to eat those words, because Carmax offered me $98,000 for this truck. Yes, $98,000, and that is a very competitive offer, to be honest, because I think if I went to a dealership, specifically one of the performance aftermarket dealerships that deal in high performance vehicles such as the C8s and the Super Stocks and the TRXs, I think I could probably get a little bit more. But kind of like I said with the C8, my intent to get these vehicles on the channel, as expensive as they are and how small my channel is, I think I am one of the only YouTubers that has a TRX and a C8 on the channel full time. Obviously, Mike at Street Speed 717 is giving them away left and right, and God bless him for being able to do that. I am not there, and I don't plan on this channel ever being there, but I still wanted to share the ownership experience with the TRX, and right now I am honestly in a bind, and I would love to hear from you in the comment section whether I should cash out or I should continue making content with this truck to help grow this channel. And to show that I'm not really making this up, you guys can see right here, this is the email. I zoomed it in and took out my name there, but $98,000, which is good for 7 days. And again, this speaks to Carmax as a brand because, again, like I said, if you were buying a vehicle or you were selling a vehicle, it would be really, really dumb at least not to make a trip to Carmax and looking at A, their inventory, and B, getting their appraisal, because regardless of what you get, it gives you significant amounts of leverage. And I've had instances, you guys can see on the channel, I go through vehicles left and right. A lot of these are high demand vehicles and cool vehicles, and I've had instances where Carmax has gone well above and beyond what the next best offer for a trade-in was, and I've outright sold to Carmax, and they've been great. They've been very easy to work with. There's no haggling, there's no games. Ultimately, I do want to grow the channel around this vehicle, and I don't know, I'm going to sleep on this for sure. But as always, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. If you have not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Huge thanks again to Carmax for their time and their process. Super simple, super easy, and they're just some of the nicest people you get to work with. No pressure, and again, they treat you really, really well like they did with me today. And so with that said, guys, as always, until the very next video, I will see you all in the comment section below.